Lauren the Computing, 100 attack, 100 defense, 300 health, type temporary ally. While Lauren does assist in battle, her main purpose in a party is to solve puzzles. She can easily compute the solution to most puzzles, but she has trouble on riddles and is utterly defeated by paradoxes. She can be found among normal NPCs and can be invited to join the party upon talking to her. She will remain in the party for either one full day or for one dungeon, which doesn't have to be a literal dungeon. Once she leaves the party, she cannot be found again for 7 days. The Cloud. Type undefined. Much like the Sun Devil, this entity's threat level is unknown. However, unlike the Sun Devil, the Cloud has been interacted with. Once, someone flew into the Cloud, never to be seen again. Due to this, nobody knows what happened to this person, and therefore we still don't know if it's dangerous. Dagger Dog. 50 attack, 15 defense, 25 health, type dog. Dagger Dog can destroy detractors with its daunting dagger. Roaster. 35 attack, 10 defense, 15 health, type enemy. Roasters are chickens born with the ability to breathe fire as well as fire resistance. These seem to be genetic traits that can be passed on. Queen Elizabeth II. 40 attack, 25 defense, 1000 health, type royalty. Queen Elizabeth II has no special powers, abilities, or resistances, but knows how to use weaponry, mainly guns, quite skillfully. This, her high health due to her royalty type, plus the fact that she always has guards close at hand and a military at her command, makes her more than a formidable foe. The Aquatic Sloth. 40 attack, 20 defense, 60 health, type mini-boss. The Aquatic Sloth's stats are low, but its mini-boss type is not undeserved. Firstly, they have the ability of quick and easy movement in water. Secondly, they have in their possession an anomalous snorkel that allows the user to breathe underwater endlessly while using it, even when submerged. Hopper, the Dunker. 125 attack, 25 defense, 250 health, type mini-boss. Hopper's battle takes place in an indoor trampoline park, where you and your party, as well as he, can jump around for better dodging and attacking. Hopper has super strength and mainly attacks by throwing balls, usually dodgeballs. Karate Cat. 50 attack, 15 defense, 30 health, type micro boss. This glowing-eyed cat is very skilled at martial arts and has been known to attack anyone who tries to interact with it who doesn't offer food to it. Nothing good happens from feeding it unless it was blocking a path, in which case you can now pass peacefully. Karate Cat is said to have come from the top floor. Third Eye Dog. 45 attack, 25 defense, 100 health, type dog. Third Eye Dog is a 3 glowing-eyed dog that reportedly came down from the top floor along with Karate Cat. The only special ability Third Eye Dog seems to have is that it predicts opponents' moves with high accuracy. Like Rexy and Karate Cat, Third Eye Dog is just a sort of placeholder name. Tylers, the Animator and the Animated. 50 attack, 20 defense, 80 health, type mini-bosses. These two mini-bosses have the same stats and same ability. They can both draw things in the air, i.e. without a surface to draw on, that become real 3D objects that are what they were drawn to be. These objects disappear after either 10 minutes or when dismissed by the animator. The objects behave the same for both Tylers, but for the cartoonish Tyler, the objects are cartoonish, and for the realistic one, the objects are realistic. It is unclear which Tyler is the original one, though one would assume it's the realistic one. CS-188, Reality Bender. 15 attack, 20 defense, 75 health, type just a guy. CS can come to you while you're at any sit-down restaurant or any bar. His reasons for coming to you depend on your past actions and your relationship with him. His two most common reasons are to have a laugh and to warn you. He seems to know more than he should about things like your past actions and mysterious places like the top floor. Nobody knows how he knows these things. Flamegator, Master of Fire. 75 attack, 30 defense, 250 health, type mini-boss. Yet another creature from the influx of creatures from the top floor. The only power it seems to have is fire breathing and fire bending. Like the others, it's officially unnamed. The top floor. You've heard shopkeepers, allies, and even enemies talk about it. From what you've gathered, it's owned by an Indian company named Super Cassettes Industries Private Limited, more commonly known as T-Series. It seems that nobody ever goes up there, but recently things have been coming down. Strange, often hostile creatures that nobody had ever seen before they emerged from the UwUvator. Because of this and an online battle, they've been nothing but a nuisance ever since you've heard of them. You've finally had enough, and decide to pay them a visit. To do so, however, you're going to have to take a ride in the UwUvator. You've heard about the UwUvator, and have learned that you need a friend to help you if you're going above the 90th floor. Since you're going to the 100th, you call up your friend and tell him what you are going to do. He seems hesitant at first, but agrees to help you. You meet him in front of the building that houses the top floor. Having discussed the plan over text, you simply say, "Ready?" to which he replies, "Ready." You pull open the large glass door and the two of you enter the lobby. The lobby doesn't look very special. It is black and white checkered tile flooring, some various potted plants which you suspect are fake, a couple blue couches with two matching armchairs and ottomans, an unmanned receptionist desk, and an elevator directly in front of the entrance. You approach it and press the going up button, which was the only option anyway, and the doors open immediately. As you step into the elevator, your friend walks off to go and find the elevator's controls so he can do what you called him here to do. You look at the buttons and note that all the floor buttons are white with black text and the same size, except for the 100th floor button, which is red with white text and larger than the rest. You press it. As the doors close, your friend calls out, "Good luck," from across the room.
Ooh, woo.
You weren't surprised by the elevator's attack. You've been told of the UwUvator and its attacks before. You even knew its first attack pattern, but that was the only one. One large energy zap in the middle of the elevator, promptly followed by a smaller zap in each corner. This was easy to dodge since you knew what it was going to be, but from here on out, you're on your own. You glance above the doors. You're only to floor 5. This is going to take a while. You quickly notice that the energy zaps come from light bulbs on the roof, and that when a bulb is about to zap, it grows brighter. With this knowledge, you fall into a rhythm. You stand in a spot, looking up. When a bulb grows brighter, you step aside and it zaps. You still end up getting hit a couple times and end up having to use an item, but the attacks aren't very difficult. That is, until floor 50. At floor 50, UwUvator uses its second attack, dropping. It suddenly and quickly falls back down to floor 45, and then resumes going up again at the normal pace. This wouldn't be so bad on its own, but almost immediately after it finishes dropping, some of the light bulbs zap, meaning if you don't recover from the drop quickly and you're under a light bulb that's about to zap, chances are you're going to take some fall damage plus energy zap damage. After 3 drops, twice just taking fall damage and once taking fall and zap damage, forcing you to use another item, you notice that it only drops every new number that ends in 0. With this information, you are able to brace yourself when it reaches floors 80 and 90, so you take no fall damage, and you watch the light bulbs, so you avoid zapping too. At floor 90, UwUvator begins to go crazy with the zaps, doing it at 3 times the speed it was previously. This, however, is short-lived, because at floor 94, as one entire half of the elevator is about to zap, they, along with the other light bulbs, power down, leaving the elevator completely dark, minus the very soft glow of the floor number and UwUvator's face, if you'd call it that. You assume this is your friend's doing and silently thank him. Light fills the elevator as the doors open. You step out into a very large, brightly lit rectangular room with a red and white color scheme. At the side of the room opposite you, a longer side, there is a very large, solid-looking metal door, and above that, several large mirrors almost stretching across the entire wall. Due to their size and placement, you strongly suspect they are one-way windows. On the ceiling, there are security cameras along with the fluorescent lights. Most interestingly, to your left on a smaller side of the room, there's a huge, slowly churning black and purple portal. You don't know for sure it's a portal, of course, but it's pretty obvious. After taking this all in, a voice with an Indian accent fills the room. "You have arrived. We knew this day would come, and we have prepared." "What do you want?" you find yourself asking loudly, not knowing whether they can hear you or not. They apparently can, because they reply, "We seek power. We have received intel that the owner or owners of the most subscribed YouTube channel receive special powers as long as they remain on top. We have tasted this power only for it to be shortly taken. We will take this power back and keep it by whatever means necessary, and right now, you're our biggest obstacle." With that, the voice stops and the large metal door opens as a bunch of fans and leaf blowers materialize. Out of the door steps Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, mind-controlled. 150 attack, 150 defense. 5,000 health, type boss. Mr. Beast attacks by summoning large amounts of various items. He is being controlled by his newly modified hat. If you can get the hat off of him, you can free him from T-Series control. Furthermore, he's wearing very grippy shoes, so he isn't affected much by the wind. Before you can react to this, all of the fans and leaf blowers turn on, pushing you backwards towards the UwUvator. You're able to stop yourself from going backwards and even able to go forward a little, but at a point the wind is too strong and you can't go further. Just as you're realizing this, a steady stream of Orbeez hits you square in the chest, knocking you onto your back. You have a bit of a difficult time getting back up due to the wind, but once you're back on your feet, you see a wave of slime rushing towards you. You have just enough time to brace yourself and cover your eyes. Once the wave hits you and covers you in slime, you stand up straight and prepare an attack of your own. You focus all of your energy, all of your effort on summoning a large, glowing blue fist about as big as one of the box fans. After it fully materializes, you point and send it flying at Mr. Beast. He summons a large wall of Legos in front of him, but the fist breaks through it almost effortlessly and hits its target, his head. The attack almost halves his health and knocks him backwards against the now closed metal door. Most importantly, however, the attack knocked his hat off. He is now free from the mind control, but he is too dazed from both the attack and the sudden regain of control of himself to do anything for right now. Soon after defeating Mr. Beast, you hear the sound of something powering up, even over the wind and motors. You look at the portal and see that it's moving faster than before and continuing to speed up. After a few seconds, it stops speeding up and a creature emerges from it. Mana Pillar, 28 attack, 48 defense, 750 health, type mini-boss. Yet another strange creature. This one, however, showed you where they are coming from. Now you have a mission. To beat this creature, yes, but also to destroy the portal, preventing any new creatures from coming into this world. You know what you have to do. The creature is advancing on you, but for now, you ignore it. It's going to have trouble with the wind anyway. You had noticed that the portal has a mechanical frame, so you made the leap that destroying it will deactivate the portal. You summon 5 smaller blue glowing fists and send it flying at a few choice spots on the portal frame. They hit and the portal begins to flicker. You repeat the attack in the same places and the portal goes out completely. Getting pretty tired from summoning all the attacks, you turn your attention to the creature that came out of the now destroyed portal. You're about to summon an attack consisting of falling yellow stars when a barrage of pennies hits and eventually buries the creature. You turn and see that, of course, this is Mr. Beast's doing. "I figured you'd like a little help," he says, smiling, after unsummoning all the fans, leaf blowers, Orbeez, and slime. "Come on, let's get out of here," he says. "We've done everything we can here. There's no way we're getting in there. Before they're able to escape, anyway," he adds, pointing over his shoulder at the metal door behind him. You reluctantly agree, and the two of you make your way to the elevator. You notice some movement from the penny pile, but decide to leave it be. After you both are inside, and you've just pressed the first floor button, the voice speaks again as the doors close, addressing you. "Don't think you've won. We will take your power, Felix."
That boy needs